So I'm sitting in Kelvin Grove Park with the poet Vicki Husband, and Vicki, you're going to read a couple of poems from your new collection, This Far Back, Everything Shimmers. And could you tell me a little bit about the genesis of this book?
It's a first collection of poems, so I guess I've been working on them for 6 or 7 years. They've come together from various sources. There are themes that run through them. Space, the universe, the small details of daily life, relationships, everything really. I think it's to do with trying to match up the minutiae of daily life with the vastness of the universe and everything in between.
Now, I know that you also work as an occupational therapist, and does that work have any kind of influence on your writing?
I guess it must do in some way. Everything I think that you do and experience will inevitably get in there. Obviously I never write directly about people that I work with because of confidentiality or whatever, but inevitably you meet all sorts of different people from all walks of life and see lonely people in difficult circumstances, and I think that inevitably will seep in somewhere.
Okay. Now, what's the first poem you're going to read for us?
I'm going to read A Long-Held View, which is about watching a high-rise building being demolished, which is something you might see quite regularly in Glasgow at the moment. A long-held view. At the last moment it hesitates, or rather we do, to brace a small part of ourselves which still believes in certainty, suspend a long-held view of skylines that dates back to the longevity of hills. Anticipating foundations being rocked, we rush to shock-absorb the soul. And when the raising starts, it's thankfully slow, as if to let us down gently. First, air warm as eggs casts its heat. Rooms release their light. The shell creaks a little before sky rivers in. A cloud of dust mushrooms up like proving dough. Concrete gives a grunt, then the whole falters, apologetic almost, before sauntering apart. Pictures of pop stars and dogs and green ladies jump their frames. Calendars slip from pins, loosing a hive of empty boxes. Ceiling roses impress into laminate boards, weighted by 20 floors, flat packing themselves, walls defenestrating, doors slammed thin. And a rain of nails prized free from soft beds makes sweet timpani with concrete slabs, and all the iron knitting unravels like stories, like stories, like stories.
Thank you very much. Where do you write?
I tend to make notes regularly wherever I am, but I write at home at a desk with books around me because that's, I suppose, easiest.
Right. Okay, and what's your second poem?
My second poem is a short one which I think is self-explanatory. It's called On Being Observed. When I woke up, she asked me what I'd been smiling at as I slept. Was it Dachshund, she said. No, I replied, I'm pretty sure it was a dream about organisational change at work. The treads of the steps to our office grew narrower and we all had to wear smaller shoes. But the smiling, she asked. Oh, I was probably just being polite.
Thank you very much.